Okay, I'm ready. Hi, I'm Tom. Let's continue reading from the first chapter in my book, Don't Call Me Jupiter. A familiar scent fills the bus. Charlie hands the joint to Shelley, Shelley to Chris, Chris to Molly, Molly to me. I take a big hit, fix a run with some spit, and hand it to my little brother so he can bring it back to our mother, who has just finished lighting another one. When the first joint gets small, out comes the antler roach clip. Mare purses her lips, takes another drag, and starts rolling again. She could do this blindfolded with one hand tied behind her back. My mother is a joint-rolling, dope-smoking machine. Alex, who is 7 years old, isn't just transporting the joint, he's hitting off it too. My first instinct is to rat him out. When it comes to smoking grass, my mother's rule is that you should be at least 10 years old, but in the bus the rules are blurry. Still, watching him makes me uncomfortable, so I look away. Pretending not to notice is easy. It's what everyone else is doing. Due to the humiliation of classmates, and peers I never met for that matter, belting out the Partridge Family theme song to me at school, I can't fully relax in the bus until we're safely out of town. The truth is, I love the bus, as long as nobody I know sees me in it. I like peering into other cars, examining the passengers below, and imagining what their lives are like. Sometimes I pretend to be part of their family instead of my own. I've been living a dual existence. At home, I'm a hippie kid to please my mother. At school, I'm a clean-cut model student to please my teachers. I keep the truth about my family hidden from my friends. Because we're on a mission and the bus is so full, we won't be picking up any hitchhikers today. The last guy we picked up thought he was boarding a city transit bus and almost didn't get on. He paused at the first step and then took a deep breath. "It definitely smells like the right bus," he said. We all cracked up. He got on, sat down next to me, and then we all shared each other's weed. Fall rain has turned the normally dry, gold-colored hills into velvety shades of green, right out of an Irish Spring commercial. Ancient valley oak trees sprinkle the landscape, their twisted, arthritic branches bending downward. An impossibly slow-moving C-5 Galaxy hovers towards Travis Air Force Base. Closer overhead, a vulture carves circles in the sky. The outermost feathers of its wing tips quiver in the wind like fingers tickling piano keys. Beyond the trestles of distant bridges, San Francisco offers herself in brief glimpses like a beacon of light across the dull, brackish bay. In the marsh, an egret with backward knees tiptoes through the shallows, gently shattering the clouds reflecting on the water. The bus keeps roaring down the road. Our windshield becomes a graveyard of slaughtered insects. Lots of people have a godmother or godfather. We have an entire god family. It came to be as our mother and her high school best friend delivered synchronized babies. First, Peggy gave birth to Laura, and a few months later, Mom had Shelley. Then Peggy had Claire, and Mom had Chris. Danny came next in November, followed by me in December. Then came Annalisa, followed by Molly. 4 for 4. Sadly, my little brother Alex, the product of our mother's second marriage, has no godbrother twin. Mom and Peggy are convinced their synchronized babies are more than coincidental. To them, it's miraculous, a cosmic event written in the stars, intertwining both families for eternity. Peggy's brood lived down the street from us in Cincinnati, and we saw each other all the time. It was Peggy that taught my mother to sew. In fact, Peggy and Mom are so close, it's been said that when one of them goes to the bathroom, the other one feels a mysterious sense of relief at the exact same time. From the very beginning of our existence, there was this other family with matching kids to grow up with. When Peggy's family moved to San Francisco, we followed them west less than a year later. We lived with them in their apartment on Dolores Street. Mom and Peggy have maintained a tight friendship over the years. There's been plenty of visits, parties, camping trips, road trips, and mind trips to keep us close. When you learn to talk, walk, and shit in a toilet instead of your diapers with someone, you're pretty much bonded for life. Charlie steers the bus along Sir Francis Drake Boulevard. Our faces are glued to the windows, absorbing everything in sight, trying to get a feel for our new town. Mare is smiling, proud of the adventure she created. The rest of us look more concerned and unsettled as we wander into the unknown unfolding right before our eyes. "Can you feel the positive energy this place has?" our mother says. "I can feel you getting on my nerves," Chris says under her breath. A let that car pass. Just a second here. We turn right on Butterfield Road and then left up a hill so steep Charlie has to grind down to first gear. As the bus wheezes its way up the grade, Chris and I share the same thought. Way too steep, she says, to skateboard down, I say, finishing the sentence. We spot Peggy's two-tone VW bus parked in the wide, semicircular driveway in front of a nice-looking home perched above a naturally wooded forest. Hills? Greenery? Quite the contrast of boring, flat Davis. Expensive imported cars line the street. Charlie parks the bus, cranks the emergency brake, and unfolds the door. Before we even get out, our God family is pouring in, and we're ambushed by an onslaught of familiar faces. It's always a love fest when our families reunite. The hugs and kisses are flying, and we stumble out in pairs, following Peggy and our mother to the front door. Just one look inside the house, and I know it's the nicest one I will ever set foot into. But we're poor. It makes no sense. I'm going to cut it off there today. We'll be back again with another read, more from Chapter 1 on Tuesday. Thank you.